representing Johnny Ray Diaz, ha, yeah, and the Arnold twins. Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. Tell me what it's like to live in Hollywood. Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. Tell me what it's like to live a life in Hollywood. I'ma survive, I'ma survive, I'ma survive, I'ma survive Hollywood.
Hey, welcome back everybody to Surviving Hollywood podcast. My name is Aaron Arnold.
My name's Austin Arnold.
I'm Johnny Ray Diaz.
All right, what are we doing today, guys?
I don't know. What are we doing?
Late night. It's late night. Zooming with some old friends.
So we got Johnny Day on the pod. He's a guest from a little bit back. We haven't talked to this guy in a while, so he'll be joining. We want to talk about the
We know
Oscars.
him from acting class.
Acting
Right.
class. He's an actor, great performer, talented guy. Well, we're going to talk about just like life in Hollywood in general, being an actor. We're going to get Johnny Day on, talk to him about what he's up to. Now, here's the thing. We haven't told him that he
Just
thinks
for
we're
the
just
pod.
catching up as friends with his.
Well,
Zooms.
and I just want to preface this too with if you guys do listen to the podcast, he was a guest on there a while back. And if you do remember him, he actually was suddenly contemplating leaving Hollywood, right?
And he
That
did
was
leave
that
Hollywood.
was a big thing that he mentioned in the last podcast, and he's gone.
Yeah.
So now we can kind of talk to him about
But
that.
once again, we just told Johnny we're just Zooming as friends. He doesn't know it's the pod. So everybody in the audience, be kind to him, you know. But then after
He'll
this,
figure it out. He'll figure it out.
you know, we have a buddy of ours who's a songwriter, you know, SoundCloud rapper of sorts.
GoonzieKunzi. Look him up.
GoonzieKunzi. He made our theme song you hear all the time, Surviving Hollywood. He just made us a new theme song. We're going to get him on the pod in about 20 minutes and we'll all listen and react. With that being said, let's bring on Johnny Day.
Is he there?
He is coming on.
Hey,
Connect
And-
your audio.
Need your audio, bud.
Connect that audio. I think he's doing it. Well, Johnny will figure that out.
I remember
Oh.
my first day. There we go.
What's up, man?
Squirt. There we go.
There he
what,
is.
What trap have I stumbled into?
Well, we wanted to catch up, man.
Oh, did you? A fucking text would suffice.
I gave you
No.
a call.
Yeah, you did 3 times in a row.
Until
So-
you finally picked up, man.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, we are recording this for a Surviving Hollywood episode.
No.
But you don't need to talk about yourself. You just listen and chime in. We actually have other things on the agenda.
You
Mr.
guys deleted my original appearance, right?
No way.
No, that's actually one of the most popular videos.
No, it's not.
Hey,
Please,
dude,
please
it is. I'm telling you, it is.
Hey, you want to hear something
Oh,
cool,
my
Johnny? In about 20 minutes, you know, we have that one theme song, you know, Hollywood, Surviving Hollywood, by the kind of.
I don't watch your content outside.
Okay, well, anyway, that same guy who made the first theme song made us another theme song, and he's popping on too in about 20 minutes, and we're all going to listen and react to the new one.
Johnny's like, who fucking cares?
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
No. Anyway, Johnny, I want to hear all about you, but before we get to that, we actually, last time we recorded, we talked about the Oscars, and, well, we talked about the Emmys and how the Oscars have new rules coming up for what gets into Best Picture, but Austin was just telling us that we got some of those rules wrong.
Somebody commented on one of the videos saying that we were wrong about what we mentioned in the podcast. So why don't you clarify, Austin, what happened?
I just want to point out we're human. We get things wrong too, but we are listening to the audience in the
Perhaps
comment
more
section.
often than most humans.
And I want to thank Alfie. He did us a good service, and friend of the channel, Drew Rothar, who Aaron and I went to college with. We gave an example last time when it was an all-inclusive sort of new contract where Quentin Tarantino, we said, couldn't make movies with all white people anymore. Or are they Italian? What's the deal? Or Parasite, which won. We were like, can that not be made anymore? And Johnny Day, as you can imagine, we were sharply corrected.
Why? Why is that? I mean, because that was about a class of people who are underrepresented.
Yeah, so explain. Okay, so first of all, because I was on the website just now, and I actually kind of find it a little confusing. And also for clarification, this doesn't actually begin until 2024. They're saying it's not these rules, these inclusivity rules or standards aren't starting until the 96th Oscars, which is 2024. So I'm assuming they're giving like the movies that are already made still the opportunity to be considered. So that's one thing. But Austin, maybe you can elaborate.
I'm not sure I understand the rule as it stands now.
Well, so Austin, maybe you can elaborate, because there's like certain categories you have to hit now, or you have to satisfy essentially.
You're saying you're precluded from nomination if you don't hit these markers.
Exactly.
Okay.
If the film doesn't meet this certain criteria, you can't qualify for that category.
Okay. What are the criteria?
So Austin, break it down.
So they're regulating a little more. And so last week we only talked about apparently standard A, which is only about on-screen representation, when in actuality there are 4 standards and a movie has to meet 2 of them. So, for example, Tarantino is allowed to continue having only white people in his movies if he wants, as long as he meets criteria of the other standards, maybe that relates to crew or post-production or anything like that. And within each standard, there are 3 criteria, and you only have to meet 1 of those 3 criteria inside of the 4 criteria. So point is,
I thought it was 2 out of 4.
It is.
Oh
and then in each standard,
not only are you a big racist, you don't even understand count.
I'm talking clear. So the point is, what the Academy Awards are really asking is really only the bare minimum, because you only have to meet 2 of the standards, and to qualify for those 2 standards, only 1 of 3 things within each standard to qualify.
So give us an example.
That was the end of the...
I'd like to say that Quentin Tarantino has plenty of minorities and women in his movies.
But it does say, but part of standard A, that it has to be, one of the minorities has to be a lead or significant supporting character.
Well, I think, probably having any kind of arbitrary requirement on the film you're making or whatever project it is isn't a good idea as far as the actual like deliverance of the project is concerned. The Oscars are an entire different pseudo political entity that are meant to that's meant to communicate to the film watching audience as a whole. So it's kind of like 2 different things. I mean, probably there's certain directors that are just going to step out of consideration. What are the Oscars reporting as far as their like viewership is concerned over the past few years? It's plummeting as far as I know, and that's for a variety.
It's only going to get better with this year's Oscars on Zoom. On Zoom.
Hey, people are bored. People are very fucking bored. That's for sure. But I don't know. I mean,
I think you're right, though. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, there'll be some people that just won't even qualify. They might not even care. I don't know.
If I may, Johnny Day, what would be a reason?
Please don't use my real name, but continue.
To coerce you to watch the Oscars again? Like, what would they need to do for you personally to get you to care?
Absolutely nothing. Come up with some better movies. I mean,
there's been some great movies made.
Well, you don't think the movies have been good?
The movies they nominated last year for the Oscars, a lot of them are great.
I'm not sure I agree with you on that. I think that there's a real problem with just quality of content lately, and we need some better movies and some more distance between the products and the artists. I don't want to get to know everybody. I want to see performers do their thing and be celebrated for doing their thing, and I don't really want to know all the intimate details of everybody's fucking lives. That's what I want.
Wait, so whole time out. Okay, so what movie did you like last year? If any at all?
Can you name some?
Honestly, Parasite,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Irishman,
1942.
I didn't watch
42.
The movie
almost. 1942. I actually did watch. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, me neither. It was Johnny's thing.
Yeah, no. In fact, I have problems with it. But
what are your problems with 1942?
Just of a type with a lot of there's like a new. No one wants to fucking listen to this. A new family of movies coming out. I feel like a lot of them are on Netflix that are just like, we have image and we have moments, and they're collections of scenes that don't really have a strong through line. And I just got bored, and I was like, I know what this is. It's like, I don't know. I just found it boring and pretentious.
I found it boring. I found it boring. I did think the shots were cool, but it wasn't enough to keep me. I would never watch it again.
What about Jojo Rabbit? No.
Loved it, dude. Jojo Rabbit was so Johnny. You like it?
Oh,
dude.
sorry. The movie's 1917, by the way. It was off by like 30 years.
Right.
Yeah, that's. I was like, wait.
We're gonna have to make another video that says we were wrong.
Yeah, please.
Dude, Jojo Rabbit.
Joker, Jojo Rabbit. None of those.
Joker. Oh my God, Joker.
I hated the Jokers.
Oh, dude.
Look, I'm just, I can't. Why are you forcing me to have this conversation?
Why didn't you? So why didn't you care for the Joker? That wasn't boring. That was engaging.
It filled me with rage, acidic rage. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be experiencing. I don't know if I'm supposed to be celebrating this person. I don't know if I'm supposed to be disgusted by this guy.
Oh, didn't spoon feed you? Sorry, buddy.
No, not that's the. I mean, that's the kind of irony. Is that it's construed as a sort of like thinking man's film when it's just like. Did you guys see Tenet, by the way?
I haven't seen it
I want to.
I will eventually. I heard it's a mind fuck. Like, it's so confusing. That's all I heard.
That is not a quality of a movie. I mean, that shouldn't be a like. That should be after everything else is covered. It's like, it doesn't. Whoa! Like, what happened is sort of. It should be a sort of secondary concern. It's not the meat of the movie. I just feel like a lot of movies are getting just increasingly far away from like, this is what's happening, we're moving, these are the characters, they feel this way, they act this way. I watched American Psycho again for the 18th time.
It's a great movie.
Great movie. And it's
one
so
of my top 10.
Better.
It's one of my top 10.
Thank you. It's so much better than anything I've seen in the past truly like 5 years. I mean, really.
Bold statement.
It's a fact, baby. And
could you name one that you liked? Because I'm concerned we might be seeing some like old man on the porch syndrome. Like, nothing's the same as the 90s.
I'm embracing being an old man. I'm done with this. I think something has changed, and probably this is reflected in, to some degree. I'm not going to say that like whatever the new Oscars statements are a reflection of this exactly, but clearly we're dealing with a new filmmaking territory where people are being encouraged to think about their products. Like, if you were a filmmaker and you were kind of like, what, we want to get an Oscar, I don't know why you would at this point, but you'll have certain considerations, and that's fine. But is it not kind of strange that this is now being foisted upon filmmakers as a whole? Like, something's going on in the industry, and it's,
well, I mean, it is technically, it's an art form, so I kind of get what you're saying. So there really shouldn't be that, but in reality, like, it's still a business. Like, they want to make money. So really, at the end of the day, it's kind of what all it comes down to. Even though it should not be the driving factor, it's still a moneymaker, right?
I mean, do you think that the kind of I don't really know what these are, but the requirements set down by the Oscar establishment are money-making requirements?
No, I think to keep out of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
They're virtue signaling requirements. They're opportunity for everybody requirements.
And to do the right thing, but a bit of both, so they can save face and make it right. They're doing what the audience asked them to do. Oscar's so white, not anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's why they're doing it, basically.
I don't know what the sample size on their like audience study is. What do you guys think about Star Wars? Did you track Star Wars at all?
The last one, the one that just came out. Well, not a while. It was a while ago.
The past three.
I honestly didn't really care for them that much. Yeah. I thought they were all the same. All the movies kind of felt the same. I was like, I can't really tell what happens in one compared to the other. They're all just blended together.
I didn't see the last two, but I consider them, just from what I've heard, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe everybody I've listened to is wrong about them, but just as being true failures in terms of that franchise. Like you have a billion plus whatever the fuck it is franchise, right? That you're handed. It's like, now do something with this. You got 3 movies, make them count. And their main entries. I know The Mandalorian is out and whatever. And, you know, it seems like Han, Solo, and Rogue One kind of failed in their own ways.
I like Solo.
I actually enjoyed Rogue One. Solo was fun. It was fun.
I didn't see Solo. I don't like Rogue One. But I think we can probably agree that the most, like the 3 mainline franchises or the mainline entries didn't really work. And they're probably not going to encourage that, like, decade-spanning.
But it made a
fandom.
shit ton of money, which is all they care about.
Did they? I don't know.
I think they did.
Of course they did.
It made a shit ton of money. Yeah, that's all that really matters.
Around the world, it did.
I agree. Well, there was a lot of complaint from fans because, especially like the John Boyega character, like that whole storyline about his backstory completely fell flat. Like
that was
even connected to it.
That was terrible. I mean, Ray was done. I mean, there's.
I think she's a great actress. I think she's really good.
I think everybody involved on a performance level did a great job, but that was not the story that we needed to continue this franchise. I don't think. And if they made money, that's fine. But I mean,
they definitely made money. But I agree as far as like Star Wars used to be something cool. Now it's just another film.
I almost feel like this is a separate issue than the Oscar movies, because Star Wars, like the superhero movies, nobody's thinking that's high art. I don't think it's those Oscar movies like Tarantino. What would get you to see those? So I almost expect people maybe not to see Star Wars.
I think that there's been a real abasement of what high art means, and it didn't mean much to begin with, and it means even less now.
Oh man,
we're being encouraged to reward the wrong tendencies, and you know, it's all there's ways to incentivize participation and get people that wouldn't otherwise be participating in this industry. I think
that's what they're doing.
I'm not sure that that's the case.
What you recognize? Do you recognize that's a problem? That all your favorite movies growing up had white people as leads?
I think that's. I don't think that's a problem.
Oh, yeah, of course, not to you.
Yeah, I think that's a.
It's not. It's just a reality. But they're just trying to.
It's just a reality.
But we can recognize. We can shift. You know, it's like, hey, you know, people of color. If I may, Johnny Ray Diaz, people of color. Please. You know, say like, hey, give us opportunity. You know, you're only giving opportunity to the white people.
I think it's weird to think about, and again, I don't know who stands a better chance in Hollywood today, the average white transplant or the average non-white transplant to the Los Angeles filmmaking scene, given all things are the same, which they never are. But
I'd say white woman has the best chance. That's my opinion.
I think that white women.
Well, there's actually less roles for women than there are for men.
Everybody has a
I don't know.
Everybody has a mixed girlfriend in commercials.
But don't you think?
Exactly.
But don't you think? I mean, let's not be labored. Hey, I got Jay ready to come on.
What market are you trying to get into with your podcast?
Hollywood. We would love to get into Hollywood.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to delete this one.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. I think the whole thing is that like I think we can all agree that Hollywood has always been predominantly white.
Johnny Day, can you agree with that?
But
I'm not sure I'm willing to agree with that.
Wait, stop. Johnny, you don't.
But I think we can assume that, like, if you look back over the decades of like stuff that's come out, it's mostly been, which doesn't necessarily bother me personally, but
Roots was black.
I'm happy that there's a lot more opportunities now for other actors. However, I don't really agree when like an award, like let's say for the Oscars, for example, that's based on art, which art is very subjective and it's like everyone has their own opinion. Like, I don't think you should put specific criteria on like you have to have certain people of color in a movie just to qualify for a category, because then I think it becomes a different festival. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, then it's not necessarily based on like, oh, this movie's better than this one. Yeah, but this one hit the criteria. So that one qualifies for a best picture, as opposed to a movie that was better than that one, but didn't have any minority actors. So I'm not really into that. That's where I'm like, you know, because we talked about the Emmys last week, and there was a big uproar because there was no Latinos at all nominated. And for me, I was like, well, if you look at the stuff that got nominated, all that shit's really good. There wasn't any good Latino shows that were better than that stuff. So how can I get mad? You know what I mean? So it's like, I get that they're trying to, yeah, I know, but name a show that was better than some of the shows that were nominated.
I agree with the way you think about it. I agree. I don't know.
It's just kind of hard. It's like, I don't agree with like just putting in a show because it has a certain demographic of people in it. I don't think that's the way it should be.
Or nominating something just because it has that demographic.
Right.
Well, the underlying argument is that there are these good shows, but they're not being recognized on account of these sort of racial.
I mean, there might be some really good shows, but you know, that is a possibility that they're not being recognized. You know, I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, that may be the case.
Do you guys want to pivot and react to our new theme song?
Please.
Well, I would love.
Let's hear it. I would
rather
do anything else than talk about race.
Just before that.
Yeah, right.
Johnny, what's new with you, Johnny Day? Like, what are you doing now?
He's killing it. How's Virginia?
Don't worry about it. Let's move on.
Our audience got to know you, dude.
Dude, this is an open invitation, and Johnny's like acting like we're asking the most embarrassing things.
I have not looked at that former podcast or that last podcast that I did with you.
It's okay. Neither have we.
Let's keep it that way.
But anyway, how's Virginia? Are you doing okay? Are you healthy?
It's great. The film business is still there in basically the same capacity as it was when I left. It's still short films, still some commercials. I got paid for a day that I didn't even have to work because they scheduled me wrong, and that was great.
That's the dream, baby.
Thank you. That is the dream. That is the dream. So let's hear this theme song. Huh?
You still dating that girl?
Oh, I'm dating her.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's bring on. Everybody's a fan of our theme song we play most often. You know that.
Are they a fan?
Yeah, that deep, seedy SoundCloud trap beat.
Just kidding.
Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood.
I'm a fan. I love the song actually. So.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Okay, well, we got the guy who created it. And he created we got to bring on our friend first. We're going to bring on the guy who created it right now, and we're going to react with him. This is our friend from college, so we know him well. I just admitted him. Let's see if he pops on.
Hey.
There he is. Okay.
Connecting to audio.
We can hear each other, dude.
He's also looking at the wrong screen. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Turn up a little bit.
Could be.
We can hear you.
Turn my voice up?
Now you're better.
Sounds good.
Yes, turn your voice up a bit.
Mic check. Better?
It's better.
Check.
GoonzieKunzi.
What's up, man?
What's up?
I haven't met you, man. Thank you for making those dope tracks, man.
Absolutely. It's fun. Took me like 3 minutes, so.
Can you make another one right now for us? Is that cool?
I probably could. Well, no, because Mixcraft has to take over my microphone, so you won't be able to hear it.
That's all right. We're just messing.
I have to optimize it.
Well, Jay did tell us. I told him after he sent us this, he's going to make us a Christmas sort of themed one.
That'll be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yep,
dude,
I can work on that.
I love it, dude. That'd be awesome. So let's hear the new track. Can you prep the audience for what the
give us the intro, Jay. Give us the intro.
All right. So last time when I sent you guys a song, so I tried to take your feedback. I think it was Austin that said, I would like it. It just needs to be good. But no, he also
and you worked on it.
No, it's still not good. But
hey,
you said you wanted something with like a more of a beachy, like summer vibe for the intro. So I went for that instead of like, West Side.
Trap SoundCloud.
Yeah. It's still SoundCloudy, but
that's cool, dude.
Not as much, I guess.
Dude, the original, all like speaking for everybody, it grew on us. I feel like it got ingrained in the culture of this podcast.
Hey, I love it. I love the track. So
really,
for the first one, but I only listened to like 30 seconds of this new one, and now I got to listen.
That's all it is. It's 30 seconds.
I only listened to like the first part of it or something. So I'm psyched to listen.
You ready, Johnny Day?
I'm ready. Let's go. By the way, hi. I haven't listened to the first one or the second one, so I can give you an honest assessment.
Nice to meet you, Johnny. Who's Johnny, by the way?
Just a guest on our show. He's a friend. He's a great actor, great talented friend, and he lives in Virginia. And he was our guest on our thing before, and we had acting class with him.
Sweet. Well, hopefully he acts like he likes his song.
All right, give me.
I'm ready to go.
Just pretend, man.
All right, give me the sign if I should turn this up louder, but going in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, hey, Johnny Ray Diaz and the Arnold twins. It's that Survivor Hollywood podcast. Let's go. Hey, reactions, acting, lights, camera, action. Interview with talent with an artistic passion. Surviving Hollywood, surviving Hollywood, surviving Hollywood. It's the podcast.
Short, sweet, engaging. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it,
dude. I love it.
Short, sweet, engaging, different, great.
It's
catchy.
It's all those things.
How come Johnny always gets top billing? The Arnold twins always.
Wait,
I don't know. It just sounds better
because that's the way it's supposed to be, dude.
He's got that rule.
His name just rolls right off the tongue. It's
right. Plus, it's hard to say Austin Arnold and Aaron Arnold.
Yeah.
You say Arnold twins.
Whatever it is, I lump you guys together no matter what. Like,
yeah, see,
memories, whatever. You're the same.
You guys are one person.
Is there any of your original tracks you'd like us to play and share with our audience right now that you can think of that we have access to? Or?
I'm actually working on artwork for one that I just posted.
Well, this is a podcast, buddy.
Plug your Insta.
This is audio.
What?
Do you have a lot of visual viewers? Do you have audio viewers mostly?
Mostly I don't have any viewers. But
I think we have mostly audio.
Some of my like songs on SoundCloud blew up a little bit. Like I think one of them just got like 11,000 plays.
Can you share? Can you do what Austin's doing and share, or can Austin go to it?
Tell me, SoundCloud or where?
Either SoundCloud or Spotify.
How about YouTube?
You can play Spotify on this thing.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm on Spotify.
My songs are on YouTube.
And what is it called?
Heavy Drinking is. Well, it's not the newest one. The newest one I just posted is called, can I curse on this podcast?
Fuck yeah.
Wait, excuse me? Excuse me?
My Own Shit is what it's called.
All right, Matt, GoonzieKunzi. Everybody listening, go over to Spotify, GoonzieKunzi, and subscribe. And what is the song called, Jay?
It's My Own Shit.
All right, going in 3, 2.
I'm barely living life. I'm only coasting. Like a mellow on a stick, I'm staying roasted.
Probably has some of my best lyrics in this one.
Every single night, but I hold my glass, I'm looking so well like a coaster. All the artists in this game are working hard, but I've been working harder. Yeah. You've been in the game a while, major mark, but I'm about to be the starter. Yeah. Every hoe I fell in love with broke my heart. I think it's time to disregard her. Yeah. a fucking rat, giving women heart attacks. Found the weakness of you cheesy fuckers, it's a little trap. Cameras round the world be asking for the boss. I be that, I can barely manage life, but I manage fire tracks. Not even the fire marshal limits my capacity. Like tiny boxes of TNT, I'll blow up so massively. Learn your alphabet, cause I'm the 7th letter that you see. When I capitalize, I'll be the biggest G. All the artists in this game are working hard, but I've been working harder. We've been in the game a while, major mark, but I'm about to be the starter. Every hoe I fell in love with broke my heart, I think it's time to disregard her.
Put my focus on my own shit.
This is my favorite part.
Focus on my own shit. Put my focus on my own shit.
Catch you on the flippity flop like Mike Scott, shooting backward shot, drinking Splenda with scotch. But I got no time to be broke, won't stop like a dead wristwatch. Yo, let me speed it up right now. Ain't made it there yet, just placing my bets. Not aiming for greatness, I aim for the best. Ain't wasting the time I put it in this, basically couldn't I race someone put it bitch. Jumping in it with both feet, so deep, hoping that the water that I swallow don't choke me. Defeat is something that I felt, it burned me up like hell. I ain't missing out on that gold medal like Phelps. I'ma swim harder than anyone that you've ever seen, and you best believe I'ma win the whole meet. I got tunnel vision focus, I can hear my heart beat, and once I make it through the finish, y'all gon' know me. Woo!
Now, I feel like in a way that captures the, not that I've listened to a single goddamn episode of your podcast, but the kind of essence of your podcast a little bit more
Then the tropical, you're saying.
than the tropical. The tropical, you guys are dark. You guys are a little bit dark.
Yeah, that's true.
I like the it was good lyrically, and like the whole thing was good. But I appreciated the Michael Scott references. You have to be a fan of the show in order to make those references.
I always try to slip in like 1 or 2 Office references in some of my songs.
Since when?
I don't know. One of my last ones, the line was, "I'm all about my beats, like I'm Dwight Schrute."
I like that. But
who would you say that? Who are your influences as far as you make music, like similar to Travis Scott or?
I would say like a little bit of Cher,
in Post,
Michael Jackson, maybe some.
you're a little blacker.
I would have said Fetty Wap's Opener.
No, I would probably say Post Malone. Post Malone's probably one of my biggest influencers. Recently, like Juice WRLD, kind of his vibe on some
It does
songs.
sound like Juice WRLD, yeah.
So some of them more modern.
And Juice WRLD's he passed away last year, right?
Yeah, or sometime. I don't know the date.
It's nice to know that he influenced up and comers, you know.
I don't know if I'm fucking coming, but
I like the part when you change the tempo. I like that was good.
I'll like sped it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like that part. Was
You
good.
can do that rap from that Chris Brown song, Jay, that fast rap. Digga 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 digga. Can you do that for us?
No,
the
I can't.
The Busta Rhymes one.
Yeah, the Busta Rhymes.
Rhymes.
And for Johnny Day, our theme song that we use now is a little darker. But we requested a tropical one, then we grew to love the dark one, but now we have 2 that we can switch back and forth.
Well, we just requested
we got some good ones.
a more chill California one. Jay really took things Caribbean man.
Yeah.
Depending on the content of the actual episode, you could probably switch.
We're gonna
Yeah.
use it for this episode because it's a very lighthearted
I
episode.
hope you just have I hope you have just like cricket sounds with this one. Now look, I gotta go, but it was nice to see you guys. And
Well, do you want to Zoom sometime, like for real, not on the pod?
Dude, when are you coming to LA?
when you guys need me, I'll be there. All right. When are you still in lockdown? What's happening?
We're still in lockdown.
I guess.
Yeah. Sort of.
Restaurants are open, but you have to.
All restaurants who have
When
outdoor
was the last
patios are
time
open.
you went to what's a bar that we went to?
Barney's Beanery.
No,
not even once.
Laurel Hardware.
There you go. Yeah, when did you go there?
That place isn't open.
Yeah, you got to have outside
If it's
seating.
if it's a straight
Yeah.
bar, they got to serve food to be open because they got to be like a restaurant.
Oh no,
When's the
you
last
surly
time
goats.
one of you held hands with a girl?
Surly goats. Surly goats. I had a date. I had a date a couple days ago, Johnny.
Did you? A fucking virtual date doesn't fucking count. I have some headshots. I've gained 50 pounds in lockdown.
Have you, dude?
The headshots that I got from you are better than the ones I have now. So I'm gonna need you to touch them up. I'll get in touch with you. Okay.
Dude, it's been like a year. It's been a year all of a sudden.
It's a year. Whatever.
All right. Well, it's all right. Send them over. Send them over to me. We'll do them.
Yeah, I'll let you know what I need. All right, guys. Good to
Talk
see
soon,
you.
Johnny. Thanks for doing
Dude,
this.
take
with
care,
us.
man.
Nice meeting you, Johnny.
Peace. Nice to meet you.
Love you.
Bye.
Jay, you're still with that girlfriend?
No,
The model.
no, no. That's what most of my lyrics are sparked by my hatred and anger. for
Oh,
her.
what happened? Just generally speaking.
I know
she was-
there was a lot of pain in those lyrics, man.
Yeah, she's playing both fields. She's still talking to her ex and all that.
But that's the person, like her baby's father. She's still talking to.
No.
Oh, and a different ex.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, this one's like my complete opposite. He's like 8 feet tall. Not funny.
nobody knew your weight until.
Rap.
For the audience at home, Jay.
Wait, how tall are you?
5'6" on a good day.
I see.
Jay,
If
Well,
I got
if it helps, dude, on the computer, do you look tall? I don't
some
know.
of these in there.
hey
Gives
Jay,
me
how
like
about
2 more inches? That's probably why I look taller right now.
for the people who are going to watch this on YouTube? How about showing us a little breakdancing hat tricks, like
Okay.
Jay is a great dancer. At least he was in college.
great breakdancer, yeah,
No, I'm actually not.
or the
I
hat
actually-
tricks.
So I retired from breakdancing. I think it was 2016. The traumatic event occurred.
Be real.
So-
dude. Be real.
No, I'm being real. So obviously, so I hate going to clubs. I don't like it because I'm 5'6". I have to like crawl between people's legs to get anywhere. And just to get a girl to notice you when you're short, you have to do something like sporadic or something that sets you apart. So I was
Is that why you got into breakdancing?
yes, actually, yeah. Back in like, I think it was like 3rd grade, I started in the talent show. But I was at this club, 2016, and well, It's Tricky comes on, and that's my shit. So I'm not being noticed by any girls. I go out and I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I open up this big ring. I start pushing people. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna dance. Let's do it. And I move people away, and I get this big circle. And then I start breaking it down. I do like the spinneroonie. I do the worm, and then I try this new trick where I do like a backflip. And instead of landing on my feet, I land in the worm. So I do the backflip and I land into the worm, and I do the worm backwards. Well, this time I was probably like, I don't know, 13 drinks deep. So when I tried the backflip, I didn't land on my hands. I hit my face first, but I still warmed out of it. But this happened.
Like Stu
Ooh.
from
Jay just pulled out his tooth.
It flipped to the back of like the roof of my mouth. I wormed out of it, and I stood up like nothing happened. And then I was like, yeah. And then I walked away.
Just walked out of the crowd.
Yeah. And then
Wait, were you bleeding from the mouth the whole time?
I was afterwards. Yeah.
He was playing it cool for the ladies though.
She
I
was
was.
like, "Oh
I
my
was playing
god,
it.
you want to dance?" And you're like,
Mm-mm. And then I went and sat in a booth by myself and thought about all my life choices.
And Jay used to do that backflip worm thing all the time back in college. He's the master at it.
"Well, when you're 13 drinks deep, I mean,
He's
probably not the best choice, right?"
It's true. Also, like
Yeah.
50 pounds heavier than college too. So
when you're 5'6" and 13 drinks. Sorry.
keep going.
if I could.
I just wanted to
drunk-
say, Jay, it is her loss. It is her loss. You are a catch, sir. You are. A
Yes,
catch.
dude.
You really helped her out with her like acting jobs too. Like she was like a model actress, and Jay helped her like create certain commercial campaigns. When they give the influencers on Instagram permission to create their own campaigns, Jay helped her with that.
Yeah. I helped record, and I did some like voiceover stuff for her, and yeah,
She ripped your heart out.
Damn.
it's all right.
Wait, where are you? Where are you based, Jay? Where are you?
Near Columbus in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was going to fly out to LA. I think it was, I can't remember when. I booked the tickets and everything. They canceled my flight. But it was like when we were like right in the pandemic.
Brian Cullen is coming to San Diego very soon and is looking for a house in San Diego.
Really?
To buy?
To buy, yeah.
Whoa.
To move to San Diego.
Richie Rich?
Owen.
No. But he is a realtor, so I asked him if like he knows the ins and outs because he's a realtor in Ohio. He's like, kinda. It's a lot different if you don't know the area.
Johnny, Brian Cullen is a friend from college.
Well, I figured he was a friend of you guys. I mean, I kind of got that from the conversation.
And I was talking to the whole audience too.
Jay, what have been your favorite episodes for Surviving Hollywood? I know you happen to catch most of them.
My favorite was, I can't remember what episode it was, but it gave me some really good content for Austin. I think he was saying something and it had a really long S on it. So he was like, and I'll show you what came of that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Jay, we're out of time, man. We got to go. All right.
No, it's very important. You'll love it.
Really long S.
Is this, you can cut this, right? Or is it live?
We're not going to cut it, so
We're going live. We're going live.
It's not live, but we're not gonna cut it.
I thought this was going right to YouTube.
I mean, like while I'm looking for this.
Oh no.
'Tis the beauty of a podcast. I mean, we'll probably wrap this up, and we can just, if you don't have it with you, let's just wrap it up, and we'll chat off.
Should I play a Jay song out? Like play us out?
Oh, okay. Betty Crocker. If you're on.
I'm on your thing.
SoundCloud.
What about one of the OG songs that we all heard back in college, like when you sounded like Lil Wayne and Drake?
Oh, you mean the ones where like I used a fucking Rock Band microphone?
Whatever, I don't know. Those were my favorites, the ones I used to know. Even though you have improved lyrically.
He's like, no, that's not.
You have really improved, like lyrically and musically, but
Jay, I don't see Betty whatever on here.
What are you on?
I'm on GoonzieKunzi Spotify.
Oh, that's why it's only on SoundCloud.
Okay, so I have Jimmy New. I'll let the guys pick.
Okay.
I'll Be Here, Toy Story, or Die Inside.
Die Inside or Toy Story.
Inside, dude.
All right, Die Inside.
Die Inside.
Yeah. This one's actually a little bit different. It's a little bit more metal-esque.
Let's go with the other one then.
I mean, it's pretty good.
I want some hip hop.
All right, Toy Story. I just want to say, Surviving Hollywood audience, great episode. See you next week.
Yo, I hate when songs like start off with bars that have absolutely nothing to do with the actual theme.
I want to make a music video for this.
Macklemore over here.
Look like this. Listen. As I'm casually floating, there's something I noticed. This rhythm is ending. The water keeps rolling. We're slowly approaching the edge of the world. Not a gambling man, but I put my money on you. I don't need a Pokedex. I know that you're the one I choose. Got me going bananas. You're sweeter than fruit. Bet, baby, bet. Yeah, you know that you lose. I ain't got no time for this. Why you always lying, bitch? Why you always crying shit? Big mad like clenching giant fists. Why you always playing with me? Why you always playing with me? Yeah. This ain't no Toy Story. This ain't no Toy Story. Yeah. Not really sure how I got right here. Higher than the moon, got a buzz light, yeah. I've been smoking, I've been drinking. I don't know how to stop overthinking. And I feel so drunk right now. I don't want to fight now. Let me tell you my life plan. Wanna get lit, fam, like the Pixar lamb. Switch. Why you always playing with me? Why you always playing with me? Huh?
Donnie, get your dog.
This ain't no Toy Story. This ain't no Toy Story.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's too far, dude. Make him get up.
I'd have to get off the thing.
Why you always playing with me? What? This ain't no Toy Story. This ain't no Toy Story. Yeah. Girl, you bad like sheep. You my little goatee. I'm that cowboy that you need. I'm your deputy. Used to have a friend in me. Now you independent me. Missing you is treachery. Just standing still like effigies. Why you always playing with me? Why you always playing with me? This ain't no Toy Story.
I like the metaphor.
Why you always playing with me? Why you always playing with me? What? This ain't no Toy Story. This ain't no